It was a political promise that played very well with American voters, ripping up NAFTA. It remains to be seen, though, whether that will happen. But if it does, just how much would it hurt the automakers? Our Phil LeBeau is here. He's been running through the numbers on this one. Phil, what did you find?
And this is fresh data, Sarah, that we have obtained from the Center for Automotive Research. And this data basically looks at what would happen if NAFTA goes away. And you're looking at all of these vehicles that are built in Mexico and then imported to the U.S. By the way, 1.8 million vehicles were built in Mexico, at plants in Mexico, and then imported to the U.S. in 2015. If NAFTA ends, a lot of people say, well, yeah, you just build them here in the United States. That is unlikely to happen. According to the Center for Automotive Research, it's estimating that because of higher costs and because you would see production shift, about 450,000 fewer vehicles would be sold annually here in the United States. And the implied loss in terms of jobs at automakers and plants here in the United States, remember, plants that supply parts and other things to those vehicles in Mexico, would be about 6,700 jobs. Again, that's from the Center for Automotive Research. If NAFTA ends, what happens with that production that is down there? You know, if there's a 35% tariff hit, will they decide, hey, we're not going to bring vehicles back from Mexico anymore? What is likely to happen is that you would see automakers shift production from those plants in Mexico to other plants around the world, including China, including India, including parts of Asia that also have a low cost like Mexico. And again, most do not believe in the auto industry that you would see automakers building new plants here in the United States to replace that lost production from Mexico. So just some fresh perspective as you take a look at shares of GM and Ford. By the way, we always hear people talk about the big three and their exposure to plants in Mexico. Keep in mind, every major automaker is in Mexico, and they are not going to stop production if NAFTA goes away. They'll keep that production. They'll export to other places around the world, and to fill the void here in the United States, they would likely import from other low-cost areas.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.